No Going Back. A Jack Sparrow Story. Chapter 2. A Pirate's Life. Jack still caught himself at times wondering if it was all a dream. How had he ever been happy before this? After a few weeks, the details and routines of a life as a merchant had already become hard to recollect. And now, 6 months after he had thrown off the shackles, he couldn't have imagined living any other way. He infinitely preferred a pirate's life to his previous existence, when his throat had been firmly lodged under the foot of the British Navy. Without those red-coated idiots watching over him, and worse, the corrupt snakes of the East India Company dictating his every move, he could finally breathe. As he ran his hand over the blackened steering wheel of his beloved ship, he reflected on the steps that had led him here. Davy Jones, the broken man tasked with guiding those who died at sea, had granted his wish. He had raised the wicked wench from the depths and gifted it to Jack, in return for a debt of service to begin in 13 years. Better still, the ship, which Jack had renamed the Black Pearl due to its charred appearance, now possessed ungodly speed. Not one navy vessel that had chased after them in recent months could even get close. Jack had initially disliked the wench's new image, but he had come to see the benefit of sailing aboard a black ship. It inspired fear in all who saw it. Jack felt a prickle of fear whenever he remembered his debt to Jones. He had no intention of joining the man's crew, who all looked as ghastly as Jones did. Their bodies had been warped by their years on the Flying Dutchman, and Jack had heard that no one ever left once their service began. He put it out of his mind. He had 13 years to figure out how to evade that catastrophe. From above him, the bell was sounded. He pulled a telescope from his coat and pointed it where his watchman was gesturing. A small fishing boat, easy to overpower, particularly with his ruthless crew. Jack had experienced a strange feeling the first time he killed a man to steal everything he owned. There was guilt, that was certain, but also a sense of righteousness, as if he deserved to take from others because he was stronger and smarter than they were. Was he a good man? Not anymore. That was the old Jack. New Jack was a pirate captain, a titan of the seas. The seas recognized only right by conquest. He met the eyes of his first mate, Barbossa, and nodded to him. The man was clever, perhaps even, though Jack would never admit it out loud, as clever as he was. Barbossa led the crew into battle without fear, and was harsh when necessary to keep them in line. But sometimes, Jack thought he saw a spark of resentment when he gave the man orders. He would have to keep a close eye on him.